Hi everyone. Today in this video we are going to cover another topic regarding automatically create lot or a serial number information card. So the purpose of this particular feature which is given by Microsoft is that whenever we are going to receive something in our warehouse or whenever we are going to ship something in our warehouse, we are going to use a separate information card specifically assigned to a unique lot number or a serial number. So we'll jump to the system and then let's see how this feature is going to work in the Business Central. So if I come over here and I go to item tracking, uh, second item tracking, then you can see over here there are like a bunch of item tracing codes exist. So if I open this one, the serial number one, so if I read the description, it says automatically create information card on posting. So over here, I have enabled one boolean over here, create as an info on posting. Okay. But remember one thing, you need to remember few booleans over here because we are going to discuss about the same thing, the serial number info must exist in the inbound as well as the outbound. So we have majorly disabled this right now, but for the in another tracking code, we have enabled these two boolean but disabled this one. So you need to remember on which boolean we are working right now. Then we are going to jump to the item card and we are going to see that on which item because we add this item tracking code on each item. Okay, so if I come over here in the 1003 number item, so I can see over here v dash serial, which is this item tracking code. So we are going to use this item for the purchases, for the purchase order in the purchase order. So if I come over here and write purchase order, and let's quickly create a new one. Okay, so uh, until it just created a new fresh purchase order. If I just enter the vendor related details, okay, and on the line level I'm just going to specify 1003 number item tracking code. Okay, and after that we need to go to the item tracking code. Okay, item tracking lines. Before that, definitely we need to specify the location and then the quantity for that. Okay, let's assume this we have like three quantity which we want to purchase with the value of maybe like 100. Okay, now we will jump to the item tracking lines, and over here when we are going to assign a serial number to these particular lines, system is going to show me few options over here. In this video, we are going to use this one, create SN information. Remember that we are not going to enable this particular boolean, and we are going to, because we have already enabled that on the item tracking code level, create SN info on posting. So with the help of this boolean, if we even don't specify the info uh, right now, if we don't enable the boolean over here, system is still going to create that info card. Okay, I'm not going to enable it. Press OK. It will assign a unique number over here to each individual item. Okay, and you need to remember the serial number 24 to 26. Okay, now if I go on the right side, if I specify 3, okay, post, I'm just going to receive an invoice. No, I don't want to open that. And if I come back to, if I go to the another tab, serial info, so you can see over here it will take 1 minute to reload, might be. Oh, okay, it actually created that over here. You can see 24, 25, 26. Okay, so what are the list of fields we are going to get from this serial number information card? Is the first one is the item number, definitely, for which we are creating the complete process of item tracking. The second one is the variant. If that particular item has some sort of a unique variant, then it will come over here. The serial number, definitely. The description, if we enter anything. Blocking, if you want to block some sort of a lot, informations or the serial information. Okay, especially it is more you can say easy to understand at the time of lot. Might be we purchase a lot with the items of like 1000 unit quantity, and we just going to block that, so we are not going to do any transactions for from that 1000 quantity, okay, until unless you're not going to unblock that. So over here in the serial number we can apply the same formula for the only one item, definitely, because serial number is something which is unique for every item. Okay, so now we are going to jump to the next scenario, which is without serial number. Okay, over here you can see I have like disabled all three booleans over here. Okay, now if I go to the item card, if I see the 10041 item, so you can see over here I have specified without serial number. Simply we need to create a new purchase order. The process is pretty much same. Okay, specify the vendor 1004, the location is main, quantity let's make it 2 over here right now. Okay, we have specified the amount, so it will automatically come. Okay, quantity to receive is 2. Now if we click on the item tracking lines, okay, and if we if we click on the assign serial number, it is going to assign the serial number in the system. Okay, like this, 27 and 28, definitely the next one will come automatically. So if I close this, if I post this, okay, so I forgot to enter the document number, just a second. So from that, system is going to post the invoice in the system as well. And if I come back over here, okay, if I just apply the descending, so it will come in a logical pattern. So you can see no new information card created in the system. Okay, now we are going to run a third process in the system with the same parameters we have specified in the item tracking code. We are going to take the same item number. That's a third scenario you can see. Let me quickly specify something over here. That's a random number 1004. Quickly just creating a new example, maybe like 4 over here. Okay, and the quantity to receive on specify 4. Okay, line, and then the item tracking line. So we are going to run the same process. The difference in this particular scenario, we are going to enable this boolean create as an information in the system. Okay, if I just enable that and post this purchase order, then what it will do, it will first, then definitely it will post the invoice in the system. And if I go to the serial number information card, so you can see the 4 new serial number information card created in the system, even though it is disabled from the item tracking code, but we have enabled it for just one process. The system is going to consider that one and will create the serial number. Definitely the same process is going to apply for the lot as well, but just taking an example for serial, just to clarify the process. Now the fourth scenario is we are going to create another item tracking code in the system, and you can see over here serial number is all. Okay, serial with 2 enabled booleans. Okay, you can see over here it is disabled, but SN number info must exist. Okay, in both inbound and outbound. Okay, now we are going to specify this particular item tracking code in the next one, in the next item named as test item. And over here you can see serial all, that's the same item tracking code. Okay, and apply the same number series. So now if I create the same scenario again, okay, let's see what will going to happen. Okay, so I have like specified a few details over here. Now we are going to jump to the item tracking code again, item tracking lines again, and then we are going to click on assign serial number. Definitely if I'm going to click on create as an information, definitely it will create an information card in the system. Okay, when I'm going to post the receipt. Okay, but for time being, I'm not going to enable that. And on the same at the same time, if you see over here, at the time of inbound means at the time of receiving, serial number info card must exist. Okay, now if I don't enable it over here, it will assign a unique number to individual items. And if I then try to post it, let me check the I have specified the vendor number or not. Yeah, it is there. So if I click on receive an invoice, system will give me an error specifying serial number info does not exist. Okay, that means we have to specify the info card. We need to enable that boolean at the time of specifying the serial number to unique item. Okay, so this was the major three scenarios, four scenarios that could arise uh, by considering these three booleans on the item tracking code. If this video you find helpful, then like it. See you in the next video. Bye.